You can rail against the devil all if you want, but angels don't do that. I don't rail against the devil. I don't glorify his power, but I'm not ignorant of his devices and the fact that in the spiritual world there are things going on that you cannot comprehend. You cannot understand, and we may never understand, but we understand his eternal purposes in allowing it. Unless you get afraid and you say, I fear, then you're saying the devil can get to me at any time he chooses. Unless you fear that the devil can bring you down at any time. Let me tell you, the only saints, now listen closely, the only saints that God allows Satan to sift are those he intends to use to rebuild his fallen church. Those who come out of the shaking and the sifting time with their faith intact, I can prove to you from the word, will be used to restore the house of David that's fallen down. And that house of David is the house Jesus is building in the last days before he comes. That's the house he's building right now, and we're a part of that house. See, to the other disciples, Jesus instructed them to go get a sword. That's spiritual warfare. Look at me. He said, I'm going away. And he said, I've been with you and been protecting you, but now you're going to have to live by faith and go get a sword. And what he's warning with is spiritual warfare. You're going to fight like you've never fought in your life. You're going to go through things you've never gone through before. And he's telling these 10 others, you're going to go through a fight. But you see, there's a difference between spiritual warfare and sifting. Peter was the only one being sifted. Following me? You see, there's a difference. You see, there's a battle that no sword you have, there's no human sword can touch it. It's a battle beyond you. There's nothing you can do to prepare for it other than seek God with all your heart and believe and walk in faith. There's going to come a time that you're going to go through something that you don't understand. Peter was not living in sin. Peter loved Jesus more than he'd ever loved him in his life. In just a few hours,